All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, hopefully you've had a chance to talk a little bit about this. What is subduction? Can somebody get us started with an idea or an answer of some sort? Elena, go.
It's when the seafloor sinks beneath the ocean trench and it goes back to the land.
That's a lot of stuff. Can you say that one more time? That was awesome.
Okay, so it's where the seafloor sinks beneath the ocean trench back to the land.
So the seafloor sinks beneath, what'd you say?
A deep ocean trench.
Okay, and that was the last part.
And then it goes back into the land.
That's a lot of stuff. Oh, did you just have that in the top of your head, or did you find that somewhere?
I found it.
Cool. What else do you have? Do you guys agree with that? Is that all exactly right? Is there stuff that needs to be changed? Is there other details that could be added? Or other simple ways to describe it? Let's go to this one and then we'll come back. What kind of boundary does it occur at? When does subduction happen? So our choices are divergent, convergent, and transform, right? We've got those three things in our head. We've been saying those three over and over for the last few days. So it's one of those three. Beth is going to tell us.
Is it transform?
Is it? Go ahead.
Is it transform?
Is it transform? Question mark, she says. What do you guys say? You agree? You disagree? You want to discuss it? What do you think? Raise your hand if you had transform written down on your paper for the second question, yeah? I want to know if you had transform written down for this. Okay, if your hand isn't in the air, you had something written down. What did you have written down here? Go ahead, Sydney. She said convergent. Who else said convergent? Anybody else? There are a couple people. So everybody else said divergent?
We said I don't know.
Oh.
Yeah.
So let's go back to what Elena had, what she said, and let's go back. Why don't you pull out those notes? I didn't actually fill mine out yesterday because we were looking at the slides, but you did. And I want you to look at your pictures. Here, right? All 5 of those pictures. Elena says that subduction is when the sea floor, or I'm going to change that phrase, not because sea floor is wrong, but to use our technical scientific terms, the sea floor is really what? Oceanic crust, yeah. That just takes it up a notch of academia, right? But the sea floor, the oceanic crust sinks beneath. This is the key, friends. Subduction means that it goes down below, sinks beneath. This is the key right here. So look at your pictures that you drew yesterday on that blue paper. In which cases did you have one that sunk down beneath the other?
Oceanic.
Oceanic. The first one, right? The oceanic. What kind of boundary?
Divergent. This is oceanic. Oh.
Yeah, there are 2 of them, right? Convergent. When they come together, one goes underneath the other. I pulled another picture out from just another Google search, but this has kind of all 3 of them together. If we were going to label these 3, what's this one? This is, how do you know it's convergent?
Because that one's going beneath it.
And even more so than that, what do you see that tells it that it's convergent? The arrows? So what you're going to say too? Yeah. The arrows, friends, we've been doing this for a lot of days. You need to know this. If this is not second nature to you now, you need to be paying super close attention, okay? You need to be writing this down. Convergent means that the plates come together, right? Let's write that down again. You write that down too. Convergent means that the plates come together. And when the plates come together, They're not just going to butt up against each other. Something's got to happen, right? Something's got to give. Mountains and stuff are going to be formed, but what happens to one piece of that crust? What does it do every time? Goes under. And so the verb that, again, if we bump up the academia here, the verb that you could use would be, what does that one crust do that goes down? Starts with an S. Subduction. Yeah, it subducts. Yes. So if you look at this one right here, do you see how it's going down? It subducts. It subducts. It subducts. This one goes down. It goes down below. That is what subduction is. I said that word a few times yesterday, but we didn't really get it stuck in our brains. So today's your day right here. Okay? Convergent means the plates come together, and the boundary that this occurs at and subduction occurs at a convergent boundary. Every time. Okay. What geological feature is formed as a direct result of the subduction? And this was something that Elena had already kind of thrown into the definition. What's created there as that one plate subducts under another? Look really carefully, right where that subduction happens. There's a trench. And there's a trench right there as well. You see that? Okay. So a trench occurs, this part right here, this part right here, when one plate goes under the other, or when one plate subducts under the other, okay, the geological feature that is formed is a trench. Okay. Mountains are often formed as well. Okay. Folded mountains further over where that crust kind of gets squished together. Volcanic mountains where the magma from the mantle comes up through that plate that's on top. Okay. But the trench is the thing that is also formed every time you've got oceanic crust subducting under other crust. No matter whether it's another oceanic or if it's a continental. How are we doing? Are we okay?
I would say so.
Got that in your head? Okay. Fantastic. The word subduction is a good one. You want to make sure you know it. Hint, hint, hint. When are you going to be assessed over all this information? Do you remember? Next Tuesday. Don't come in Tuesday thinking you're going to review because you'll be a sad puppy. All right. We are. Say that again. We go all the way through next Friday. So the 21st is our last day of school. One more week, 7 days, including today. Yeah. So you've got today, tomorrow, and 5 more days.
Why does it say that we got like 24?
Because the 22nd, 23rd are weekend. So like officially we wouldn't have school those days anyway. Does that make sense?
It's like the start of
Right. So like, yeah. So I don't have to come back to work on the 24th. You don't. Yeah. That's the
What they
difference.
should do is say that's just the weekend and then add 2 more days.
I mean, whatever. It doesn't really matter, right? All right.
You get 2 more.
So, ladies and gentlemen, friends of all identity, we're going to do a revisit to those really big maps that you spent quality time with last time. Okay? We're going to break into some groups in just a moment. Okay? But I would like for you right now, before we do that, to send one person from your table up to get a yellow sheet for everybody at your table. Go ahead and do that, please. You're right here.
She said we would fine.
I didn't call because it takes summers.
Yeah.
This is literally sophomore stuff. Freshman.
Oh, really?
We get this under it.
All right. We are going to letter off today. Letter. I know, it's weird, right?
Letter
Something
off.
different. Letter off.
Can I be letter C for my name's home?
No. No. We're gonna go A through J. And we're gonna start with Liz. Gonna be A?
Give her G.
All right.
Red.
A.
Who's C though?
So you're E. Yep. G. H.
I.
J.
Let's go.
All right. You're gonna be A. B. You're B.
Are you lucky if you a G though?
C. D. G. H. I. J. A. B. Michaela, you're gonna be C. Okay? All right. So,
The moment when you pick the letter you want, I know the letter.
it's a great deal, right?
Great.
There are two sides to your yellow sheet. One side is focused on volcanoes. The other side is focused on earthquakes. All of the information that you need from both of those sides is available on the map that is available to you. Okay? So I'm going to put my A's at that table right there, B's, C's, D's, E's, F's, G's, H. No, we'll do H right here, I, J. All right? If you do not have a map at your table, the rest of the maps are right over here. Make it happen, you guys.
Add up, baby.
Wow.
Great game.